I'd like to welcome our audience inside of Worland Middle School here inside of, the name of the gym is on the outside of the, is right there on the door, but I'll have to come back at halftime and get that for you. It's middle school basketball on Two Basin Sports Network as the Worland Braves host the Thermopolis Bobcats here. This is 8th grade only on our broadcast today. Normally we have broadcasts at 7th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th altogether. However, that is not the case here today. Getting set for tip-off as the game is ready to start. We are underway from Thermopolis. Looks like there's a little bit of a scramble there for the tip-off there, but we are underway from Worland, a rainy and snowy day on the ride over here. Bobcats with first possession here. Passing far side. Bounce pass into the mid-range area here. They'll kick it back out to the right wing, back into the left wing. Up top, she'll drive right side. A screen set there. I guess a picture-perfect screen set as the Bobcats will get the first points of the game here in this evening's matchup. We do not have rosters for Worland quite yet, although I haven't even tried to ask yet. A shot up on the left side. It's no good. It's rebounded and a foul on the floor for Worland. Got the wrong roster. I got the football roster. As the rebound by Paisley Logan will result in a foul and 2 free throws coming up. We were kind of in a rush to get here. We almost didn't make it in time. So shot is up and it's in 3-0 here in this A game, I believe, for the 8th graders today. I do believe there's a B game coming up after this. 7th graders are back in Thermopolis as the Worland Braves have traveled down to TMS to play there. Shot is up and it's in, and both free throws fall for Logan. And immediately stolen back away. Dribbling right side, this is Jaden Boren. Pass over to the right wing. With possession is Buckner. Had a good game against Rocky this past Saturday. Tips it away here. Bobcats a little bit of trouble there with the pass. Will retain possession. Carson Ivy jump shot from the key, and it is no good. Rebounded by number 0 for the Braves. Loose ball over there near the scorer's table. It'll end up being picked up near Owsley there. And a double dribble, looks like. So while he's getting that, we actually did talk to TJ Owsley before the game. And it appears there has been kind of we have gotten some clarification as to who number 15 is, and that is Emily O'Rourke. She is listed as number 13 on our roster. She will be playing under the number 15 today. I don't know if she'll be playing in this game. Might be the next game, but that is something to keep in mind for the rest of our coverage today. Has it outside the arc, number 45 with it, and it will stay with the Braves here. This will be one of 2 contests on the year for both of these teams this year. Passing it out. Here comes the bounce pass here, and it's tipped, and it's going to stay, or it's going to, I guess, go back to Worland there as it is off of the hand of one of the Bobcat players down there. I think that was Carson Ivy. I completely forgot. I wanted to try to remove this. We're going to remove the noise suppression gate on our microphone here, so I kind of want to test that out because there were a couple things. I watched the broadcast against Rocky and I didn't quite like it. If you have any issues here, tell me in the chat with the audio. Number 23, look in there. She'll pass behind her to number 0. Pivots, bounce pass, ball's loose and stolen away by Logan there on the far end. And they are come down the other side. The shot is up for the Bobcats, and 2 shots, check that, a foul on the play, but the baseline is where they're going to end up going. It'll also negate the basket. Would it have gone in? Bounce pass and stolen away by number 0 of the Braves here. Shot is up and it's in for the Worland Braves, and they'll get their first basket of the ball game. Bobcats still doing pretty well here on their first quarter. Shots up and a rebound, and then that was going to fall in on the second chance points. Trying to get the number there. Looks to be number 25. That is Lauren Teeples, and we got a timeout here. So trying to see who the timeout was for. And that is a Worland timeout, a full 60 seconds. We'll be right back from Worland Middle School here, right 30 miles north of Thermop. We'll be right back. You are watching Bobcat basketball on 2 Basin Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School here in Worland, Wyoming. Here in Washakie County, a rivalry matchup here between the Braves and the Bobcats. We got the A game right now. B game will be coming up shortly after. This game is one of 2 games that the Bobcats will be on the road. They head to Burlington on Friday. We'll be up there in that small little 6-man town with you on Friday. Back underway, number 0's got it. Pivots, looks to number 10 on the bounce pass. She's going to try and pass it inside the mid-range. And that one's tipped away. Great job by Teeples to get a hand on it. Bobcats will get the steal. Pass it down court. Logan's got it. Shots up and no good. A very good play by Paisley Logan. Ball's loose. Bobcats will get the defensive rebound and open from the open from the arc. Sorry, she'll take the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by number 25 of the Braves. Worland moving up past the circle and near the scorer's table and passed it to the pending substitution. There is, it'll roll out of bounds. Unfortunately for Bobcat fans, we have to be impartial because technically Worland is part of our service area as we call soccer games for the Worland Braves. We have to call the games in Shoshone as well. Back underway, 2:20 to go here in the first quarter of the A game. She'll dribble right side of the key, shots up, and that one's going to roll off the rim. Number 12 on the rebound. Side note, we are going to try to obtain rosters during halftime. I think since we're on an away site here that they might have the rosters for the home team. So we'll see if we can't track it down, or otherwise we'll just go to the scorer's table. If that doesn't work, we'll just do what we did for the football game against Shoshone last year, and just go directly to the coach. So a couple points up there off of her, and while I was rambling, I kind of missed it there. I apologize for that, just letting you know what the whole process was going to be. Worland with it, smacked away. Number 5's got it. That's Mackenzie Buckner passing it inside. That was going to roll out. It'll actually stay with Thermopolis, as it looks like number 0 had a finger on it. And Mackenzie Buckner working her magic there. She did really good in the games against Grable and Rocky Mountain, dishing it inside, shots up, and that's going to be Buckner with points on the board. And something there on Thermopolis. By the way, I noticed there on the side, or check that. Something there on Worland, my bad. Also, I've noticed it looks like your coach down there is David Villa. You might know him from the Thermopolis Bobcats, Lady Bobcats varsity team. Coached there for about a year or 2. Dishing it inside. Shot is up for Teeples. Almost said Tippets. I don't know why. And it's going to be right there on the baseline there, as there was a little bit of contact down on the floor, so the Bobcats will turn the ball over to Worland. 1:35 to go here in this first quarter from Worland Middle School. Gotta say, I like this gym. It's kind of got an aesthetic to it that's it's like a mix of retro and new. I don't know how to describe it. The Worland Community Center, the rec center, actually kind of looks pretty similar to this, so maybe that's where I'm getting that vibe from. Ball's loose there in the backcourt. They're going to try and chase it down, and it's going to be a fight for the ball there. Number 0 tried to get a hand on it, kicking it back out. Logan's got it inside, dishes it inside to Teeples, and it's up and no good. Rolls out of bounds. The Warriors will retain possession as Mackenzie Buckner tried to chase that one down on the far side of the court. Pump fake. They'll drive underneath here. Shot is up and no good. And rebounded by number 10 on the defense for the Braves. 1:11 to go in the first quarter from Worland Middle School. Far side, pivots, bounce passes to number 12 there on the left wing. Drives inside, kicks it back out to number 10. She'll have it near the practice volleyball line there. Number 23 now with the ball. She'll have it right wing. 57 seconds to go. Passing it left side. Here comes number 12 driving down the right lane. And it's stopped there on the lane, so she'll be forced there still within mid-range. Number 10's got it on the right wing of the three-point line. Passes out to the corner. Here comes the number 0 up for Worland, and it's in. So Worland trying to cut that one a little bit here. It's still a 4-point game here from WMS. Shots up way out from 3 there. And I actually do not blame Carson Ivy for taking a shot like that, because she was wide open there on that left wing. Can't fault a player. If you see a shot like that, you're going to take it. Doesn't look like the coaches minded that one much either. I think it's just when, the best way to tick off a basketball coach is taking a contested jumper. I learned that lesson myself. Well, ball's loose. Here they come. Can't quite catch the number. Shots up, and that one is going to roll off the rim. Shot taken by Jaden Boren. It's going to be out of bounds as they try to get the ball back in their hands. It's going to stay with the Bobcats. Bobcats A team trying to remain 3-0, coming off of a huge win over Rocky. Shot is up and it's in, and that will get them into double digits here. Inbounds the ball, and the buzzer will sound, and that will end the first quarter from Worland Middle School. The score is 10-4. Second quarter coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the future of the Bobcats here on the Voice of the Bobcats. It's the Worland Braves and the Thermopolis Bobcats from Worland Middle School. We'll be right back, 10-4, when we come back here in the second quarter. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School here. We'll name pending, I guess. We'll change that during the halftime break, as the name of the gymnasium is actually printed on the doorway just outside the gymnasium, so we'll just hop down there real quick after the buzzer sounds and get that name for you, as well as some Worland rosters. But we welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School, home of the Braves. And a bit of a gaffe happened while we were away at the scorers table. They have their laptop or whatever connected to the sound system here, obviously, to play music. Someone must have opened the tab that had our stream on it, because all of a sudden I heard myself over the speakers. So that was a bit of a funny moment there, and they immediately were like, oh no, and they just shut it off there. I don't know why I found that so funny, but so people are, in fact, watching. And we thank you for that, for those who are tuning in from either Thermopolis or Worland. Second quarter about ready to get back underway. You're watching 8th grade basketball on Two Basin Sports Network. The A team playing first, followed by the B team after. Second quarter coming up here. They'll pass it inside. Here comes Jaden Boren with the ball. She'll pass left side. Here with possession is Ivy. Back to Boren. She'll try to drive left side. Passing it back up to the key to Logan. Logan dishes it inside. Shots up, and it's in for Lauren Teeples. And it's 12-4 here. 3 times the score of the Braves. Number 12 will bounce it to the right side of the court here. Driving right side is number 0. Bounce pass, 23's got it. She'll dribble her way back. Switching hands, she'll move left side, loses control of the ball, gets it back on the out of bounds near the volleyball line. I guess there's not really a practice volleyball line, as it's just 2 volleyball courts. Not really a centralized one. Number 0's got it. She'll pass left side, tipped away by Boren, and she'll have the steal. Number 3 with it now. She'll pass it left side. Here comes Paisley, or Paisley Logan, is that her? Yeah, sorry. And a foul there. So Logan is going to get her second trip to the line. She's already been to free throw land once today, and she made, I believe, both of her shots. I might be wrong on that one, but shots up, and it is good. And Logan adding some more points to her board here. She had a pretty good game. She saw quite admittedly some limited action against Grable and Rocky. Although in those minutes that she did play, she kind of lit it up down there on the floor. She's a really good. She's one of those kinds of players. She can set a pretty good screen, and on defense she does. She's a bit of a steal or like a rebound magnet, I should probably say. Second shot does not go in, it looks like. So Worland is going to have possession here, 13-4 from Worland Middle School. 5 minutes to go as they've knocked off a minute off the board. Just a friendly reminder, we'll be in Burlington on Friday as the Bobcats take on the Huskies. Whether that's going to be from the high school gym or the auxiliary gym is to be determined. Here they come, passing it up. And number 45 is there for the Braves. There'll be a push foul on the Warriors, so the Bobcats will get the ball back. And this rivalry game is, it's always really interesting when Worland and Thermopolis go against each other, whether that's football, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, you name it. Worland and Thermopolis have a rivalry, a friendly one, but still like a rivalry that will never probably be broken. Shot is up, and that one is going to fall. No, it will not. Bounced around on the rim just a little bit, and a foul there called on the floor. And so Bobcats getting their third foul here. They have not lit up who it is on the player foul LED display there. Actually, the foul is on Thermopolis, their first of the game. I'm sorry. I'm used to looking at the home column. Please excuse me. It's so weird because I'm looking at the floor and I'm like, we've only scored 4 points, but it turns out it's the home team there. So I apologize. Calling 6 games in the home gym kind of gets to you. A steal there, and it's up, and it's going to be in for Jaden Boren. We named our player of the game for the A game in the games against Rocky Mountain. And the ball taken away. It's again Boren on the steal. Shot is up, and it's rebounded. Number 35 on the floor now. That's Amelia Strickland. And out of bounds. Amelia Strickland, not somebody that we've seen in the Rocky or the timeout has been called for Worland, it looks like. So we'll take a quick breather. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are watching Bobcat Basketball on Two Basin Sports over the voice of the Bobcats, here bringing to you the future of the Bobcats. Let's welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School here. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Thermopolis Middle School versus Worland Middle School. Bobcat A team up 17-4. B game coming up right after this. And coming into this game, I was extremely worried because Worland has they're a really good, or Worland Middle School's athletics program usually is a pretty good test. And the Bobcats usually struggle kind of against Worland in these middle school games. Look at the football team recently. They struggled against the Worland Braves in the football season. Shot is up, and that one is going to be no good. Ja'Kay Elder actually on the steal there. Shot is up, and that one will fall for the Bobcats, making this one a 19-4 game. Remember, the Bobcats put up a half century on the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies in the A game this past weekend. So not really going to be too surprised if the Bobcats put up the same numbers there. This team has been a very good team in terms of scoring. Knocked out of bounds by by Jaden Boren, but it's going to stay with Worland as a result. Got subs coming in for Worland. Number 10 headed there to take the inbound. Number 12 will be headed to the bench. Once again, we will try to hunt down some rosters for Worland after the half. Passing it back up top. Number 10 back to number 0. They'll dribble right side. Number 10 with the ball now. It's stolen away. Here they come back, coming back down the other way. Shots up on the other end of the court, and it is a foul actually on looks like to be Thermopolis. So it'll go back to Worland. The steal there actually by Mackenzie Buckner, and she's kind of been hiding in the background, but she's been making some pretty good plays here. You know, I caught some of the TMS players using this, using our Grable stream as film before the Rocky game, so they're probably going to look at that, see what needs to be changed there. 45 with it. It's tipped away by Jaden Boren. Doesn't really, I don't think, would count as a steal. Worland will keep possession as it will be out of bounds. Calling number 10 to the sideline here to inbound it. And she'll take it near the near sideline here. Stops. Bounce. Tries the bounce pass, and it's stolen away by Mackenzie Buckner. Coming back the other way is Boren. Down the left lane. Shot is up and no good. 42 on the rebound. Stolen right back away by Boren. Someone call the cops. Shot is up and tipped out by Worland. It looked like number 42 had a hand on it there. And there's a reason why I say call the cops, because Jaden Boren has stolen has gotten so many steals these past couple of games, and she's kind of been the steal machine here for this A team. And these are 8th graders. Keep that in mind. So they're going to be moving up to the high school next year. So I'm really excited to see what she's going to do at the high school level. I'll be watching these next couple of years for Jaden Boren. Shots up, and it's going to be rebounded here by Buckner. It's up and it's in. And I'm not just being impartial to Boren either. Everybody on this 8th grade team right now is just they're fantastic players. The group that Ashley Clear has put together, they're a really good team. There's no doubting that, and there's no arguing against that. 2 minutes to go here in the half, and the Bobcats in the lead. It's I guess not really a football score, but 21-4. I guess if you score 2 safeties, it's possible. And on the ground there, and there was a steal there by 35, Amelia Strickland. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Thermopolis. It looks like it'll be, Ja'Kay Elder. She gets quite a bit of playing time in those A games, usually in the second and fourth quarters, but she did pretty well. There we go. Shots up and in for Thermopolis again. Couldn't quite catch who had it there. It was either Strickland or Boren, but either way, Ja'Kay Elder is someone, she gets playing time usually in those second and fourth quarters, and she's usually a pretty good player to watch in those games. And it's stolen away here. Buckner's got the shot up and in. Bobcats keep piling on here in Worland. 25-4, halfway to where they were in that last game against Rocky. 64 seconds on the board here in Worland for the second quarter. Worland with possession up top here, and she's making Boren dance up there inside, and it's tipped and stolen away. Boren had the tip there, but landed in the hands of, trying to see, shot is up and in for Boren. I think it was tipped away on that last play, I think it was in the hands of Teeples on that last play before they got down court. 32 ticks on the board, shots up from a long range for Worland, rebounded by Boren, and here she is. A foot race to the basket, and it's up and it's missed off the left side, or right side, rebounded by Strickland, and it's in. 29 on the board for the purple and gold. First time they've wore purple and gold this year. They've been wearing white uniforms the past 6 games. Oh, almost a steal by Elder. 5 seconds left, stolen away by Buckner. 3, 2, 1. It's in, and that's the end of the first half of action here. And we'll step aside here as the Bobcats and the Braves go into halftime here. We'll be right back from Worland Middle School. 31 31-4 here at the half. I accidentally turned off my mic a little bit too soon there. Like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School. And we actually have a name this time. It's got a picture of it. 1 second. Just let me get that up for you here. We can probably redo that outro or that little intro there, and I don't have it. Awesome. That's great. It was Keith. It was Keith something. I don't know, but I'll go back during the intermission here and see what I can get. But anyway, welcome back inside the Worland Middle School. We have a roster now for the Worland Braves. It's not perfect. It's just their last names, but it'll have to do for now. Third quarter about to start. 31-4 on the board here in Worland. Thermopolis on top, in case you are listening rather than watching. And Trontuin, I don't know how you say that name actually, the one guarding there on the sideline there. And Thermopolis with the possession here to get the quarter started. It's up and in by Paisley Logan. Dished it inside there on that left lane, and that's all she needed. Logan tips it away, steals it. And here comes Jaden Boren down the right lane. Shot is up and it's no good. Tipped back into the hands of Buckner, and this will go for a third attempt, and number 0 on the defensive rebound that time. Third time was not the charm for the Bobcats. The Braves passing left side, number 10 there, Trontuin on the shot, and it's going to be no good. Or is it Trontuin? I don't know how you pronounce that. I apologize. I feel like I've seen that name before in this town. I don't know where, but I feel like I've seen it before. Passes it right side. Buckner with the ball. She'll switch to her left hand. She'll move left side. Stops. Passes right side. Here comes Boren with the ball now. Stepping back with her left hand here. She'll have it. Takes the shot from the free throw line. It's no good. Swatted back in. And a great save there by Lauren Teeples there. Back up top. Here they are on the sideline of the volleyball line here. Carson Ivy, left side off the screen by Logan. Bounce pass to Logan as they leave her wide open on the right lane, and that'll be another basket for the purple and gold. 35-4 here in the A game in Worland. Far side, here comes Trontuin on the pass to the right side here. Can't get their jersey numbers quite quick enough there. Hands it off in the attempted pass there to Peterson. She'll get the ball. Now with it is Bell. Bell will, well, she was going to pass it outside, but a foul there on the Bobcats. Looks to be a reach-in. They kept their nose clean pretty well in that first half. The Bobcats kept the fouls to a minimum. That's one thing I've noticed about both teams. Actually, Worland also did not rack up the foul total that much either. Passing it inside. The slap by Trontuin. She has the ball off the pass on mid-range. The shot's up. It'll go over to the other side of the rim, and it's rebounded by Mackenzie Buckner. Buckner bounce pass to Boren. And the shot is up and a foul there as I'm sorry, not Carson Ivy. I apologize for that. I don't know where I got that from. But as I think this will be Teeples on the free throw attempt. Shots up and it's good. She's got a couple points on her score sheet here so far today. Looking to keep that one expanding. Shots up. Bounces off the back of the iron. It'll be rebounded here by, I think that's Bell. Shot is up and it's no good. And rebounded by Carson Ivy. Ivy with the bounce pass. Here they come with Jaden Boren. Moving. Dribbles to the right side. Floats it underneath to floats it underneath to Paisley Logan, and it goes out of bounds. It is a little bit warm here in this gymnasium, I will say. Passes it to the left side, and a little bit of chaos down there about near the line. Floats it on up. Here comes Bell with the ball. Passes it left side, and a travel violation there on Worland. Looks like it got a new face into the game here as it's number 45 entering the game. That is Erickson. The only people that so far have not played are Lombard, and that is about it. Moving right side. And tries to get something underneath, but a big collision down there on the floor. That is Carson Ivy that will take the impact there. She was a little slow to get up, but she does get to her feet. And she'll, actually, it will not be free throws. It'll be just down there on the baseline, so it looks like just a push foul, it looks like. Halfway through the third already here in this A game, we got subs coming onto the court. Looks to be Jakay Elder, followed by, trying to get the numbers here, Jakay Elder, followed by Amelia Strickland, and then you also got Elena Shield getting her first minutes here in this game. Here comes Elder, dribbling off her right hand. Carson Ivy with the ball. She'll move left side, getting inside the key here. She'll kick it back out. Here comes Buckner with the ball now. Right hand, passes left side. Back to Elder. She'll move left side. Stopped for a little bit there, but she got it out to the elbow at least, kicked it back out to the arc. And here comes Strickland with the shot off the iron, no good, rebounded. And it's taken away by the Warriors. I'm going to get the number for you here in just a moment. It was actually taken away by Tomerup or something like that. I don't know, that handwriting I cannot see. I am so sorry. Mackenzie Buckner with it now. Her brother Mac played football for the Bobcats. Rebounded by Jakay Elder on the offensive rebound. She'll move freely to the right side, guarded by Tomerup. Or Tomerud, I don't know what it is, I'm sorry. Shot is up and it is in. It banks off the backboard. Bobcats will finally score for the first time in a couple of minutes. Makes it a 38-4 game. Worland. I'm trying to think of some respectful words to say here about this. There's only 4 points on the board for Worland. Something's got to change in that B game. Shot is up and it is no good, and Bobcats will get the rebound. Here comes Mackenzie Buckner now coming down the near side of the court. Shot is up, and it will roll off the left side of the iron, rebounded by the Braves. Number 21 on the rebound. That is Kaufman with the ball. Bell will pass it right side. Kaufman with a shot from three. It's up and no good, just a little too high there. Could have gotten a nice little bank shot there had it gone just a little bit closer to the box. For three is Buckner, no good, and she grabs her own rebound outside the volleyball line. 36 ticks left on the board here in this third quarter. Shot is up off the right side. It's rebounded and a foul. And one shot coming up here for Amelia Strickland. And the Bobcats are about 15 or so points away from getting the points that they scored against Rocky. One shot coming up here. Shots up off the backboard, no good. And looks like a jump ball down there. Actually, surprisingly, I think that's the first one of the game. It was a jump ball fest in that game against Rocky, but right now a lot of ball control for the Bobcats, and it's kind of helping them out a little bit, avoiding that whistle. Passing right side, here they come. Bell with the ball. It's kind of like res ball a little bit. They're running fast and they're passing pretty quickly as well. Going left side, shots up, and it will fall short of the basket, and it's rebounded by Carson Ivy. Here comes Jakay Elder with the ball now, coming up past the circle. Bounce pass to the right side. This is Mackenzie Buckner with the ball, and the buzzer will sound here at Worland Middle School. We'll be right back. It's 40-4 here as they bring an end to the third quarter. You're watching the future of the Bobcats on the Voice of the Bobcats from Worland Middle School here in the beautiful center of the Bighorn Basin. We'll be right back. You are watching Bobcat Basketball on Two Basin Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School here inside the gymnasium here, and this is a game that Worland quite frankly wants to just move on from and get to the B game, because this is a 36-point differential, I believe the largest gap that Thermopolis Middle School's A team has ever had this season for any of the programs, A, B, or C. Not programs, but the teams. And you thought the game against Rocky was a big win for the purple and gold. It's kind of just getting started. Here comes Ja'Kay Elder with the pass, or with the reception of the pass there. She'll pass it left side. Shot is up, and that one's going to fall in for Carson Ivy. And Ivy, you got to give her credit where credit's due. She's been down there on that offensive glass quite a bit, getting those shots in. And poked away by who else but... actually, it wasn't Boren that time. I don't even think she's in the game right now. But Ivy's kind of been there this entire second half so far. Worland, I don't think, has scored a single point this half yet. Passed in, and here comes a fight for the ball down on the paint. Kicks it back out. Here comes Strickland, and she'll pass it on back to Ja'Kay Elder. Elder passing up to the far side. Passes it back. Here comes Buckner with the ball. She'll pass right side. Ja'Kay Elder shots up from 3, and it's in! 3 for the Bobcats. That's their first 3-point field goal of the game, I believe. Mackenzie Buckner, she's got an arm. Everyone on this Bobcat team has got their own strengths. Logan can rebound. Elder puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Buckner is a shooter, and Jaden Boren is just a pickpocketer. She's a bit of a raccoon out there. She can pick locks. I'm pretty sure she could probably pick locks with her fingernails. That's how much she's stolen in this season. Just give her a mask, and maybe she'll get away with robbing a bank. Lombard there tried to pass there inside. The Bobcats get the ball back. 4:15 to go. Dribbling inside, down the left lane, shots up and rebounded, and that is no good. A third chance, third time's the charm. 47-4 on the board for the Bobcats. I'll have to double check that Rocky score, actually. And a shot up, and it's blocked. The shot down there was taken by 21. That was Kaufman. She has tried to take a couple of jump shots today. Kaufman kind of left open there. Bounce pass. Here comes, I believe this is Lombard with the ball now as they try to pickpocket the ball here. 3:30 on the board, and taken up by Buckner on the defensive rebound, and they'll come back the other way. Here comes Ja'Kay Elder. 3:23 to go in the A game. We do not have a C game on tap today. It's just the A and B teams today. Although I think that will be the case when we head to Burlington. I think they will have a C game. So Ja'Kay Elder down the right lane, left her wide open. A shot's up, and it's in! I feel bad celebrating, or kind of like, I guess not really celebrating, but raising my voice there, because I'm sorry. I know unwritten rules are kind of dumb, but, we're up 49-4 in a middle school game. I don't know why I did that. I apologize to Worland fans watching this and listening in the stands or listening to the stream. So here comes Strickland on the pass to the right side. Shots up, and Buckner has pretty much taken control of this game here in the second half. Since, I don't know. It's actually going to be quite a bit of a contest here for player of the game between Boren and Buckner. Giving it back. I think this is. Oh man, they're just doing some res ball passing way too quick for my taste here. But here they come off the rebound as they try to get the shot up on the defensive glass was Carson Ivy. 1:56 to go in this A game. B game coming up right after this here on Two Basins Sports Network. Coming around is Buckner as she tries to beat Lombard. Shots up from mid-range, and it's no good. I think that was taken by Strickland. And we have a jump ball on the floor. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Got some fans spilling in here for the B game. So we had a pretty big house to start the game, and looks like with the B game coming up, now the parents of those students are going to come into the arena here. Shot is up from way far out. And rebounded by the Bobcats on the offensive glass. It's up and it's in. Here they come down the far side of the court, moving left side. A ball kind of taken away there. This is Lombard there, pass on the inside. She kind of looks like Caitlin Clark, actually, from up here. She's wearing the same number, too. It's actually kind of ironic. But 60 seconds to go. Elder passing to the left side off the missed shot by Worland. And here they come into the paint. A bounce pass to the left side. It'll roll out of bounds. I'll tell you what, if these players keep, if these 8th grade players keep, they keep pushing, they keep developing as players, then I think the Lady Cats might be a very dangerous team here in a couple of years. 33 seconds on the board here in a very entertaining A game, 53-4. Worland has done a pretty good job too. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. They've done a lot here in this game. Shot is up as she throws it up from the volleyball attack line there, and 17 seconds to go. Bobcats will take the A team getting set for their game against Burlington. They'll play on Friday at about 2 o'clock or so, I think is what I read. Paisley Logan back in the game. Shot is up from mid-range and no good. Looked like it could have gone in, though. It's rebounded. And the buzzer will sound here as the A game comes to a close. And the final score of this one, the Bobcats 53, the Worland Warriors 4. Thermopolis Middle School A team will advance to 3-0 here, although I'm not really sure why we're even counting. But 53-4, the final score. Hey, that rhymed here from Worland. I'll stop calling it Worland Middle School once I go out there and see what the official name is. It's Keith something. I forgot the name of it, but the final score from this one here is right there on the bottom of your screen. As you can see there, the B team coming out ready to get their game started. Hopefully I'm not putting too much pressure on these young girls, but we'll be back in about, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. We'll be back in an amount of time. How about that for the start of the B game? Once again, just reminding you of your final score. You can look down there on the bottom of your screen, but if you're listening rather than watching, I guess I can repeat myself again, 53-4. They just put 8 minutes on the board for the intermission. We'll be right back for the start of the B game here from Worland Middle School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We'd like to welcome you back inside of here inside of Worland Middle School. Sorry, home of the Braves. We don't have a roster yet for the Braves here in this second half or the first half, but we'll have it ready for you in the second. Well, that last game was interesting, 53-4 in favor of the Bobcats. Let's see if the B game will go the same way. And the Bobcats will get set to tip it off here. Looks like Amelia Strickland will be down there to tip it away. And we are back underway. The start of the B game here from Worland Middle School here at Keith Stutheit Gymnasium. And here comes Worland, number 12, driving right side. Supposed to be a couple of the same girls that were in that A game, but I might be mistaken. 5:37 to go. First basket of the day goes to Worland. That was not the case in that A game. Stolen away. Here comes number 12. And it looks like they'll go back to Thermopolis. I don't know what the call was there, actually. Here come the Bobcats. Far side, here comes Ja'Kay Elder. Bounce pass underneath the basket. Shot's up, but it's no good. Shot was taken by Elena Scheel. I think this is same lady I saw earlier in that. I think that is, if I had to guess, that number 14 was in that last game. But mainly the same roster I'm seeing for Worland compared to that A game. On the floor there, traveling call. So, looks like it'll stay with Worland. It was there in the hands of the Bobcats on that last, or at least on that traveling call. The B team, another team that's also undefeated. I'm still kind of worried about how the B team's going to do here. And a jump ball that time. There's only one jump ball in that A game, but I think as we go further down the line here, it's probably going to be a lot more jump balls in this game because that seems to be how the B team and C teams roll here. Now, 0-0. This is very interesting because I don't actually see a 0-0 here. Oh, never mind. There are sixth graders in the game. I'm sorry. If I have to guess, that was Reagan Schaefer. So this is supposed to be the 8th grade game, but we got a couple of 6th graders up here too. It looks like I was told. Now remember, I said this last game, she wasn't put in last game. Emily O'Rourke will be wearing the number 15 jersey because they switched up some jerseys. I was also being told there's 3 number 0s on the roster, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And stolen away, sorry, it was taken back, but a traveling call. Looks like it was on Schaefer. And that'll send it back here. Number 12 has got it here. She'll inbound it here to, oh Lord, I got it right here, to Lombard. Passing right side. Worland still got it, a pivot, and they will pass it up to the right wing. Number 12's got it. She'll drive right side. And a reach-in call here on Schaefer. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's her second foul already. Now, as far as I'm aware, it looks like TJ Owsley is going to be your head coach for both of these games today. I think Ashley Clear is back down in Thermopolis coaching the 7th graders right now. So with that, it's actually kind of weird because she's listed as the head coach on the roster. I would imagine the head coach would be in charge of the 8th grade team, but I don't know where I got that from, but out of bounds. It will go back to Thermopolis here. Still a 2-0 game. Sorry for the monotone. I don't know why I'm being so monotone in the B game. But Elder, pump fake to the right side. That was pretty good. And it's stolen away. Number 12 on the transition. The ball is poked away and stolen. Jaquay Elder was there to get the ball back for the Bobcats. Still 2-0 here in this first quarter, 3:21 to go. Worland on top for the first time today. And stolen away again. Number 42 on the takeaway. She'll pass it to Lombard up top, or on the far side there. Up to the left lane. Shot is up off the backboard, and it's no good, and they will cause a jump ball. They got 4 Bobcats looking to get in the game here. Actually, check that, 5. And looks like they got a couple of their best 6th graders once again in this game. Looks like Ivory Galovich is down there. That's actually extremely interesting that Galovich is in the game here. Look, once again, they brought down some of their 6th graders. It looks like some of their best 6th graders. Logan passing left side. Looks like she was one of the substitutions here. And stolen away by Worland. So some of the guys that didn't play in the A game are here in this game. Passing right side, number 22. Stops here. She's guarded by 2 Bobcats. She'll float it up to number 42. She'll take a shot from mid-range. That one's going to go off the left side of the iron. And it is picked up by the Bobcats. I saw number 21 down there on the rebound. So that, I think, was... I thought I was told that was Amelia Johnson. But once again, that one I'm actually not too sure of, so I'm probably going to hold off on that once again. Lombard receiving the inbound here. She'll bring it down the far side of the court. Didn't really do too much of note in the A game, but we're seeing a lot more of her in the B game so far. Shot is up from the iron. It's no good. And it's going to stay with Worland. Thermopolis on the takeaway. Brought to the left side here as she'll cut her way into the left side of the key. It's taken away by Worland. The shot taken by Ivory Galovich. And once again, some of the 6th graders in the game here for the Bobcats. Galovich gets one blown by her. Out of bounds, and it will go back to Worland. So 6th graders going up against 8th graders right now. Don't know how fair that is. Paisley Logan will get ready to inbound the ball here. It's funny, she's a starter, but she actually doesn't get very much playing time on the A team. But she starts for the A team. That's what I kind of don't understand. Passing, mid-range shot is up, and it is no good. Once again, number 15 in the game, so that is Emily O'Rourke. That's who I thought it was, but that's honestly who I thought it was, but I didn't know if I was correct. Volleyball line, ball is poked away here. It's taken by Lombard. She's on the breakaway up the middle of the key. The ball's loose, and it stays with the Warriors, or the Braves. I am so sorry. I have not actually, that's probably only the second time today I've made that mistake of calling them the Warriors. Getting the set to inbound it here. Here comes Worland. Underneath the key, shot is up, and it will bounce out of the rim. Still 2-0. And here comes the Lombard again, poking it away once again. And once again, some trouble in the backcourt, and this time it will be a backcourt violation. They will not give her the benefit of the doubt that time. It's still 2-0 here at Keith Stutheit Gymnasium. Here they come. Lombard with the ball now. She'll float it up top to number 42. Back to Lombard. Again, it's a little bit caught off guard there. They'll bounce it here. Ball is loose and taken away by O'Rourke. Back to Logan here, number 34. The photographer taking the shot up, and it's fouled as time expires. And there will be 2 shots coming up for, looks like there'll be 2 shots coming up for Paisley Logan here. And she kind of does a lot of the behind the scenes work. She's got a lot of those, she's one of those shooters where She hides in plain sight kind of because she's there on the rebounds and stuff like that, but she also takes those free throws and usually makes them pretty well, but that time that was just not one of them. Commentator's curse might be real because I think she missed it as soon as I said that. Shots up, but that one will fall, so that is 1 for 2 on that attempt. So the Bobcats will not get out of this first quarter with a goose egg. They will actually make this a 2-1 game. A soccer score here in Worland, which is pretty ironic if you think about it. And we'll be right back for the start of the second quarter from Keith Stutheit Gymnasium here in Worland on the campus of Worland Middle School. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Keith Stutheit Gymnasium in Worland, Wyoming, home of the Worland Braves. And it has been a really interesting game. The A game was pretty high scoring, but this B game is actually, like I said at the end of the first quarter, it's a soccer score, which is pretty ironic considering how good at soccer Worland is. Speaking of which, yes, we are covering Worland soccer in the spring. We're not going to bail out on them this time. I don't know why I stopped. Once May rolled around, we stopped going to the soccer games and just, I don't know. But we'll be there, don't worry. Back underway here in the start of the second quarter, and looks like not only did we forget to change the graphics, but the scorekeepers forgot to change it from a 1 to a 2 on that period sign over there. Worland kind of lost control of the ball there. That's a double dribble, but that's not called there. Not any shade toward the refs. It's just an observation. Here comes number 12. She's left open there for a moment, but the foul there on number 22, J.K. Elder, will bring up a foul for the Bobcats. So there wasn't really a double dribble there, and also she landed on her feet before anything happened there. She took the jump, and I don't know. I know it's not as easy as it looks being up here and, being down there, but foul here on the Bobcats. So it'll be their second foul of the game, or the quarter at the very least, not really the game. Thought they signaled a reach in there, so that's 2 team fouls for the Bobcats, as you can see up there on the Daktronics scoreboard up there. Ball's loose for Worland. They'll pass it back here on the right wing, and an attempted pass to Lombard still works out in their favor. And they'll float the pass up. It goes over her head. The ball is loose and goes out of bounds out toward the bench, and that will give it off to the purple and gold. 5:13 to go here in the second quarter of action. Imagine arriving to the game late and you see the period sign up there and you're like, oh good, I just made it in time, and it turns out it's the second quarter. Goes out of bounds off the shot. I don't know who took that. It was one of the smaller ones there. No, sorry, it was number 20 actually that took the shot. I have a feeling it's Blakely Postma. I don't know why. I think it might be Blakely Postma, but I'm not going to make that kind of assumption just yet until I get a word from TJ or somebody else on the coaching staff. But here they go, the steal by number 20. Bring it down the far side of the court, passing left side. Steps out, looking for a man to pass to here. Passes right side. Here comes 22 here, J.K. Elder, the 8th grader out there that kind of fits in with the 6th graders. But we got a foul down there on the floor. Looks like it was on Thermopolis, so it'll go back to Worland as Lombard will get set to inbound the ball. And it looks like it was a timeout called by Worland. So we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. We will be right back inside of Worland Middle School to Braves up 2-1 over the Bobcats here in the B game. I'd like to welcome you back to Worland Braves and the Thermopolis Bobcats. It's 8th grade basketball here on Two Basin Sports Network, although in this case it's probably 8/6th basketball, as there are a mixture of 8th graders and 6th graders. The 7th graders are down there in Thermopolis still. We recommend that if you're in Thermopolis right now or in the surrounding areas, you go down to Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium, support the 7th grade team. We're sorry to the 7th grade parents that we're up here instead of down there, but shot is up and it's in. This one by the Braves. So they scored only one basket. It was kind of like this in the first quarter as well. It was within the first 2 minutes or so they scored the first basket. But Bobcats have only put one on the board so far. It's been a very low-scoring game here in this B game and tipped away. Elder there to pick up the slack on offense. Shots up from mid and it's no good. Rebounded by Elena Scheel. Kind of someone who's been a background character for the A and B teams usually. Bobcats still keep control of the ball, and I hooted and hollered about their ball control against Grable and Rocky, but they've kind of had some trouble keeping a hold of the ball here in this game against Worland in this B game. And ball is loose. It's poked loose by, she'll miss it, and it'll go back to Worland. Number 10 poked it away there for the Braves. 3:15 to go here. We're halfway through the second quarter of action. The scoreboard says 1 still, but we love our scorekeepers, so I'm not going to throw any shade there, but that does need to be fixed. Like I said earlier, I know I was making a joke about parents coming in, seeing the period thing, and thinking that they weren't late to their child's game, but it is kind of confusing if you're just walking in, you're thinking, that it's the first quarter, then the quarter ends, and it switches to 3 all of a sudden. Here they are. Worland still with the ball there as they had to fight for it in the backcourt. Shot is up, and it is going to be rebounded here by, I think that's Schaefer. And given off now. Here comes number 4. Looks like Annabelle Wire, if I had to take a guess. Kind of wondering if this is like the C team playing the B game. Because a lot of these girls we don't normally see play the B game. And you gotta remember, this is our first A-B exclusive game of the season, so we don't know who's playing on what roster for these A-B games usually, so kind of gonna be a bit of a surprise here for a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be a real shock when they have to play in Riverton, when those Riverton-Lander doubleheaders come up. Bounce pass, here comes number 10, give it out down to number 12. She'll take the jump shot from mid-range. It'll roll out of the rim, and the Bobcats live to survive that scoring opportunity there. Worland's had a ton of those. A lot of possessions have gone in their favor in this game, and tipped away by Lombard. She'll bring it back down the other side of the court. Shot is up from the key. It's no good. Rebounded there by Wire. At least I assume that is Annabelle Wire. Here they come, dribbling right side here. Dribbling inside, here comes the jump shot. It's up and it's no good. Actually, I think if it was Wire, no, she'd be wearing the new uniform still, wouldn't she? Coming down the left side, number 12's got it, and a little bit of a reach-in call there for the Bobcats as double zero has kind of gotten herself in there. I think that's Schaefer. She's been trying to attack that ball quite a bit all game. She's kind of gotten herself in a little bit of trouble because of it. I think this is her 3rd foul of the game. Bounce pass. Number 12 here for Worland, dribbling right side. Giving it off now to 42. It'll be a skip pass to 45. She'll move right side, up top, out near the right wing. Left side, it's tipped and it's stolen away. Shot is up for the Bobcats and a foul. So a blocking foul on Worland. It looks like Amelia Strickland, I think, was the one that took the shot, or that took the that took the shot and ended up with the foul there. 0-0 headed off the court here. Or sorry, check that. She is just hanging back there as a bit of insurance, but could have sworn we saw a little bit of Strickland in that A game. I might have been seeing things, actually, because I don't know. Shot is up, and it will fall. Let's see. So, I don't know. I'm actually kind of confused whether or not that's boron or if that's wire, because it's one of the newer uniforms. It's usually the telltale sign that this is like the 8th grade team, and that one's tipped, and that one's going to be stolen away. Here comes Strickland down the far side of the court, and a traveling call here as that will give it back to the Braves. 4-2. By the way, the made free throw will make this a one-score game, and once again, still a soccer score here in this second quarter. 1 minute to go on the board. Clock still not running. The Bobcats pick it up. Coming down the left lane. She switches to the right. Shots up and it's in! I think that is Annabelle Wire on that score there. Again, I will probably be corrected if it's not. I'm actually going to have to check chat here in a little bit to see. But passing left side. Here comes 45. Dribbles. Giving it off now to 42. 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Shots up from mid-range, relatively uncontested. And shots up, that will be a foul for the Bobcats. 2 shots coming up here. It looks like they gave the call to... I think they gave it off to Ja'Kay Elder, actually. I think that's who the foul was on. Worland also making a substitution of their own here as number 22 is going to come onto the court. Shot is up for number 10 and is no good. I don't think Worland's been to the free throw line at all today. So if so, I don't know. If so, they missed both shots, obviously, but 5 fouls for Thermop, so this is a bonus for Worland, and it's up and it's good. So Thermopolis foul trouble might have bit them in the butt there as they are now down by 1 with 30 seconds to go. Passing it left side, keeping it inbounds on the side, and number 45 is going to pick it up for the Warriors. Passing right side, here comes Lombard with it here as they try to steal the ball away. And poked away by 0-0. Picked up and out of bounds. It looks like it'll stay with Worland. Here comes Crayley Williams coming up now. I also forgot, I saw Worland practicing outside when I came into the parking lot today, so got to remember Worland's playing Bighorn for playoffs this Saturday, so best wishes from us to them. It's out of bounds as the buzzer sounds, and Thermopolis will not have the ball here as is going to be the end of the quarter. Referee signaled Bobcat possession there, but they'll be getting the ball probably to start the second half anyway because they lost the tip-off. But we'll be right back from inside of... We'll be back from inside of Keith Stutheit Gymnasium here in Worland just in a second. 8-minute halftime. We'll be right back. The Bobcats down 5-4 here at the end of the second quarter. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School, home of the Braves, as the Braves take on the Bobcats here. And well, it's been a kind of a low-scoring second quarter, actually, as the Bobcats have not been able to really get much off the board here. I think most, if not, or I think they've had 2 of their points come from free throws and then another from one basket. Worland has scored 2 baskets and a free throw today, so that is where their points have come from. But a pretty low-scoring game otherwise here at Worland Middle School. Another 12 minutes left to go in our action today. And then Friday, we will be in Burlington as the Bobcats take on the Burlington Huskies. Our coverage will start at 1 o'clock p.m. on the 1st of November. That'll be, once again, right here on Two Basins Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. That trip up to Burlington is actually going to be pretty fun. I have not been back to that little town in like a couple of years now. So, and Burlington's one of my favorite gymnasiums in Wyoming. Douglas and Buffalo are obviously, they're my babies. They're up too. Buffalo is number 1 in my book. Douglas has a pretty good gymnasium as well, but Burlington, they recently redid the floor there, so I don't know. I don't know why. It's just got that small town type of feel to it. So back underway from from Worland Middle School. And here comes number 12 driving up and into the basket. It's up and it's a foul. So one shot coming up as she makes the basket there. Second shot coming up. It's up and it's no good. And it's rebounded by Lillian Estenson. Is that who that is right down there? Number 24. Here they come. Number 10's got it. And a traveling call on the Warriors here. Seems like that left side is kind of just bad juju. And here comes number 20 up the left lane. Shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by the purple and gold here. They'll fight for the ball and it's going to be a jump ball. They'll stay with the Bobcats though. 5:13 to go here in the third quarter. Taking the jump shot from 3. It falls short of the basket. Number 22 on the rebound. And here comes Worland up the far side. Sorry, we did not have our camera on that, actually. I apologize. I think this is Lombard with the ball now. She'll move right side. Here she comes to the right wing. Passes it back. Shot up from 3 for Worland. It bounces out of the rim. And that one will roll out of bounds and back to Thermopolis. It looks like Amelia Strickland will get ready to inbound it for the Bobcats here. She'll pass it into Jakay Elder. So a couple of 7th graders, like we said, in this game. It's listed as an 8th grade game, but they obviously not enough 8th graders to go around here. There's only 8 8th graders on the roster here. Rebounded, kicks it back out, mid-range coming up here. And number 22 on the defensive rebound for the Braves. Almost said the Warriors again today. It's right there. Scores table's right there in front of me. And traveling violation here on the Warriors. I think that's the second time they've gotten called for that this half. Or third time, maybe. Bobcats going to inbound it. Here comes Estenson on the rebound. Gives it off to Jakay Elder. And Elder switches direction here. She'll pass it inside, and here comes the shot. It's up and it's in. One shot coming up for the Bobcats. Bobcats have been able to sneak their way into free throw situations today, so they've been not afraid to get into contact, and they are 50% on their free throws today, or for the B game, but that's where they've gotten the bulk of their points from. Shot is up, and that one's a swish. So a three-point play will tie the game for the Bobcats, and this game is what I was kind of fearing the A game was going to be. Worland is kind of a tough program, and they've usually give Thermopolis some grief, but not that time as they pickpocket it. But yeah, I was afraid of this kind of game, a close game or a blowout by Worland, but the A game was the opposite of my fears. This game kind of was getting me back into reality a little bit. Taken back by Worland. Number 12 bringing it down the court here. Once again, hopefully we'll have rosters for the Burlington game. That's what I'm hoping. So I just think it's disrespectful to just call them off by their numbers. These are athletes. Like, they deserve, these guys are representing their towns. They deserve to have their name out there. So Bobcats bring it back down court. Shots up. I think this is by Strickland, and it's rebounded by, I think that is rebounded by Lombard. And it looks like a timeout has been, nope, check that. Nope, a timeout has been called here. So we'll take a quick break here. So I think it might be a Worland timeout. We'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Worland Middle School. And home of the Worland Braves here. And this has been a very close game. You can see there it's all knotted up here in the third quarter. Let me change that real quick here. Inbounded by Lombard, and it's a fight for the ball down there. There were two Bobcats there as Estenson will pick it up there on the near side. Teeples. So they're using some of their A players here. Looks like Lauren Teeples is into the game. By the way, we never did give you our player of the game for the A game. That was, that was actually Jaden Bohr. That was Jaden Boren. So 2 games in a row for her. Mackenzie Buckner was also up for consideration in that game. Shots up from mid, and it is going to get them a 2-point lead once again as she nails it from mid-range. 9-7 here in this ball game, here in the third quarter. Passing right side, this is Teeples with it now. She'll drive left side. Leaves the ball to her teammate there. Underneath. And jump ball. Lombard will get set to inbound it for the Braves here. And here they come, number 10 on the possession here for Worland. Kicks up, that's at 42, and goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Thermopolis, intended to pass it to 22 there. Gotta say, this is a fantastic looking gymnasium for a middle school. It almost kind of looks like a low-level high school gymnasium, actually. This looks really impressive. Teeples, shot is up from inside, it's no good. Grabs her own rebound, kicks it back out to 21, and it'll go back to the Braves. I keep wanting to say the Warriors again. And here comes skip pass. It's taken away by Schaefer. Tries to get it underneath, and she does. I've had to strain for that pass a little bit. Looks like double dribble is called on the court there. So we'll go back to Worland. 1:24 to go in the third quarter. It's 9-7, the Braves on top. Spins, looking for a man to pass to. She'll give it off. The ball is loose and taken away. Shot is up, and it rolls out of the rim. The Bobcats almost tied it there. And it will go back to Worland as it goes out of bounds. That's too bad. Inbounds it, number 12's got it. 58 ticks left on the board here in the third. And gives it off, it's tipped away, number 21's got it. She tried to get it out of bounds, or tried to keep it inbounds, but it'll stay back with Worland. Here comes Worland. Bounce pass to the corner, shots up for three, it rims out, and it's rebounded by Teeples. And Worland will be back on the defense here, trying to keep the Bobcats from scoring and tying this game. 21 with the ball for Thermopolis. Gives it off right side. And it's up and it's in for the Bobcats. Didn't catch who scored it there, but it is tied up at 9 here as Worland has now got possession. 10 seconds left on the clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, foul. One more quarter left before the bus ride home here. And they are not going down without a fight. Bobcats tied up at 9 with 5 to go in the third. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the entire game. Three, two, one. They've inbounded, and that's the end of it there for the third quarter. We'll be right back. You are watching Thermopolis Bobcats basketball. It's middle school girls basketball, the 8th grade B team here in Worland. We'll be right back. You are watching middle school basketball from inside of Stutheit Gymnasium in Worland. I'd like to welcome you back inside of Stutheit Gymnasium in Worland as the Thermopolis Bobcats take on the Worland Braves from Worland Middle School. And it's been a very entertaining B game here. The A team was also pretty good, although that game was a bit of a blowout. I say a bit. Worland only put up 4 points. But this game has had a lot of stuff here today. A very close contest. And these two teams, they want to get this win. B team actually has something on the line. They're trying to stay undefeated. Back up top here, driving right side, giving it out near the key. Ball's loose. It's picked up here by Estenson. And O'Rourke back in the game here. She's going to pick up the ball here. She'll dribble to she'll pass to the left side here. Ball is loose and it's picked up, and she's going to beat one man here down the right side and loses control of the ball and stays with Worland. So she lost control of the ball, but they will keep the ball here. Lombard getting set to pass it in for the Braves. Once again, she is the only person out there that we have any name for right now. I did not approach the scores table at halftime, so I apologize for that. And the shot was up, and it is good for Worland. It's only good for 2, though, but she took it from quite a distance there. Dribbling down the right lane. Shot is up, and it is a foul on the Braves. Shooting foul, and that will send Ivory Galovich to the line here. One foul here for the Bobcats. They had a little bit of trouble in that second quarter with fouls, but they kept their nose clean for the most part in that third quarter. Or sorry, check that. It was actually on the Braves. I apologize for that. But still, one foul here. But still, my point still stands. Bobcats kept their nose clean in that third quarter. Shot is up, and it's no good. I'm tired, okay? Give me a break. Once again, Galovich taking the shot here. Once again, it was supposed to be an 8th grade B game, but of course not a lot of 8th graders to go around that haven't already played in that A game. So they kind of had to fill in the gap with 6th graders, so that one's going to bank off the backboard to tie it. Or sorry, check that, not to tie it. Still one, she missed the first one, so I'm sorry about that. But 11-10 here, Bobcats. Once again, most of their points have come off free throws today. Blocking foul on the Bobcats. It looks like it might have been on Galovich. Lombard going to pass it in for the Braves. Galovich trying to intimidate her down there on the floor. And she is going crazy like a wild man down there on the court. Or should I say, crazy woman. We're not up in Buffalo yet, we're not up in Buffalo, but we can still call it Crazy Woman Creek here in this gymnasium. And it'll go out of bounds, and Thermopolis will have this one back. So, looks like Galovich's Crazy Woman method worked, and the Bobcats will have the ball back. Again, not in Buffalo yet, but Crazy Woman is still there. And here we are back on defense. Bobcats took the shot. It was rebounded. Number 12's got it here. She'll use her hand here. Screen set by number 10. Shot is up, and it was a foul. So it looks like 3 shots are going to come up here for the Braves, and that's not the kind of foul the Bobcats needed at all here. And that gives Worland a chance to pull away for their biggest lead of the game. 4:47 to go. The Braves taking the free throws here. First shot is up, and that one will fall. 2-point game once again. Nothing really that unfamiliar to the Bobcats here so far this game. Shot is up, and that one was a little stubborn, but it decided it was going to not fall. Substitutions coming in for the Bobcats and Braves alike. Check that, just the Braves. One more shot coming up as she was fouled from beyond college range there. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded here by O'Rourke. Fantastic job there seeing the ball and getting to it. 12-10. Passing left side. O'Rourke with the ball now. She'll dribble around. Oh! Can you call that an ankle breaker? O'Rourke tried to put it up from 3, and she had a wide open shot, but not as good of power as she would have wanted there. Passing left side, number 10 taking the shot from 3, a little bit contested there. Worland will try to chase this one down. It will go out of bounds and back to the Bobcats. Sorry, I forgot they switched side of the court. I'm sorry. Well, only 2 minutes in here in the fourth quarter. You are watching 8th grade B game here on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. We have not used our call sign at all today. I think only like 3-4 times today. That's a disgrace. I usually say TBSN or Two Basin Sports Network like 15 million times a game. Goes out of bounds. It will be back to Thermopolis. Worland going to inbound. I think that's Lombard. There's whistles. So it looks like a timeout was called here. Worland using a full timeout. We'll be right back. You are listening to middle school basketball on Two Basin Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats, here on the voice of the Bobcats. We'd like to welcome you back inside of Keith Stutheit Gymnasium on the campus of Worland Middle School here in Worland, Wyoming. 4 minutes with no change to spare to go here in this B game and for the coverage for the night, unless there is a C game that I'm not aware of. 2 fouls on the board for the Bobcats, only 1 for Worland, and we were talking about how they kept their nose clean in that third quarter. Well, right now they're starting to get back in those first quarter habit, or those second quarter habits. You know, starting to get those fouls. They're halfway, or I guess just behind halfway to giving Worland the bonus here. We're back here inside of Stutheit Gymnasium. Worland with possession. They called the timeout. And looks like they're going to get a call. I couldn't see the referee's hand signal there. TJ Owsley wanted a double dribble call there. I don't know if that's what they called, but referee, I could not see his hands there, so I apologize for that. We're not able to deliver the call there to you, but we do know it is on the on the Braves. I keep wanting to call them the Warriors. Okay, I'm sorry. It'd be a little bit easier. It'd be a little bit easier if Washtenaw County School District woke up one day and decided, you know what, we're going to call them the Warriors. Blocking foul here. Yeah, they'd have to do what Lovell did, though. I don't know. Lovell woke up one day and decided to call themselves the Bulldogs across the board. They used to be the Mustangs for the middle school level up until this past year, and now they've switched it to Bulldogs. We're back underway here as they inbound the ball. Don't know how I went on a tangent about Lovell, but here we are. Bobcats getting ready. They have really no one to pass to. Down to the right side. 20's got the shot up, and I think it's blocked, and it is. And Worland going to get the ball back here. 3:22 to go. Bobcats kind of, I wouldn't say in panic mode just yet. We're only halfway through the fourth. And with how low scoring this game is, probably won't get too out of control. And she walks with the ball there as that will send it back to Worland. That one was on Elena Scheel. Well, here they are. They're going to get set to substitute their players, and we got a new gang back in the game. I can see Jakay Elder on the floor here, as well as I also saw Amelia Strickland, Reagan Schaefer, and a couple others out on the floor. 21 out there as well. They did a wholesale substitution here. Tegan out, no, not Tegan Allen. Out there on the floor now as the shot is up, and it is going to go in. I think that is Carson Ivy out there on the floor. They'll go back to Worland, or stay back with Thermopolis. I'm sorry. My brain's getting a little foggy here. It's, oh shoot, it's 6 o'clock in the evening here in Worland. So, yeah, I get to drive back at night in the snow. This will be fun. This is not going to be fun. It's not so bad once you get into the Washtenaw County line, because it was raining on my way over here once I got into Washtenaw. But in Thermopolis, it's still snowing and pretty foggy. So back here as the rebound does not work, as the rebound works out for Worland, but stolen away by Elder. Shot is up in a hurry, tipped out of bounds. It'll go back to Worland. They try to rescue the ball there. Both teams at 2 fouls apiece. They could probably afford, and it looks like a timeout for Worland here. So it looks like they're going to take a little bit more time to discuss it here. We'll be right back. Bobcats trail by 2 here in the fourth quarter, here in the B game. Like talking back inside of Stutheit Gymnasium in Worland, Wyoming, as the Bobcats take on the Worland Braves from Worland Middle School here in the, I think just before you get to the, I think it's actually just after you get to the Washakie Cultural Museum. You gotta make a right turn and another right turn, and there you are onto the road that takes you to Worland High School. So pretty fun ride through town here. The shot up for Worland. Shot is up and it's no good. It will go out of bounds. It stays with the Braves. Now, keep in mind, I think December 9th is going to be the Bobcats' final contest of the season, and it will be at home, and they have to play Worland again. So this is not going to be the last you're going to see at Worland. And Ja'Kay Elder screaming at the top of her lungs there, and it's taken away by the Bobcats. Calling for the pass. Here comes Ja'Kay Elder. 2 minutes to go. 2-minute warning. Shot is up for Schaefer. It goes behind the basket. It goes out of bounds. And no, one of the referees is saying that there was a call on the floor for Worland, so it's actually going to go stay with Thermopolis. And it's taken away by Worland anyway, so might as well have been an inbound there. Worland, number 12, guarded by Elder, floats it up to 45. She'll pass it underneath. Here comes Lombard with it now. She tried to get a shot off there. It's taken away. I think that's Carson Ivey on the steal there. Right side. She's moving into the right side of the key. Bounce pass. Try to get a shot off there. Shot's off by Ivey. It's up and it is no good. That could have been the tying shot. 1:20 to go here in this fourth quarter of action. We could very well see an overtime game. We might have to just watch and see if that's even a thing at this level. I have a feeling they'll probably just tie it, but a reach-in call here for Thermopolis. Surprisingly not a push call there. 14 Lombard going to get set to inbound it for the Braves. One of these days I'm going to slip up and just call them the Warriors for the rest of the game. I have a feeling that's just something I would do. It's stolen away here. Bringing it down court stolen by Strickland. Bringing it down court is Elder. She floats a shot up in desperation. They'll try and keep it inbounds. They'll fight for the ball. She rips it out of her hand. Here on the sideline, 4 seconds to go. Bobcats down by 2. Trying to bring it up. Shot is up and it's no good off the backboard. 36 seconds, it's out of bounds, it stays with Worland. They need a bad bounce for Worland or something, but another timeout used by the Braves. They'll use a full one. We'll be right back. The Braves up 12-10 here in Worland. All right, so welcome you back inside the Stutheit Gymnasium in Worland, Wyoming. home of the Worland Braves. The Thermopolis Bobcats and the Worland Braves here, middle school 8th grade girls basketball here from Worland Middle School. 12-10, 34 and 8/10 to go here in this game, and it is a close one in a game where scoring was extremely hard to come by. This game might not be over depending on if the Bobcats can score here, but they got to get the ball away from the Braves. Ball is kind of loose down there. They're going to try and snatch the ball away. Jump ball on the near side. Who's it going to? It's going to be over there. It's going to be Worland ball here as they'll get it at midcourt. Trying to distract them there. It's taken away. Bobcats got on the right lane. Bounce pass. Here comes Elder. And it was blocked there on the attempted shot. Elder's got it. She'll pass left side. Shots up for three. It's up and it will go out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. 7.2 seconds to go. The game's not quite over yet. Bobcats could snatch it away here, but they got to do everything in their power to get this ball away from the Braves. Floating it up. The ball is loose. Here they go. Down the right lane. Ball's loose. They can't get it off in time. And the Worland Braves will end the B team's undefeated streak as they win this one 12-10. Well, this game had everything in it. It was pretty low scoring, but that made its way for a lot of defense and a very close game and a fantastic finish that came down to the last play. The Thermopolis Bobcats A team remains undefeated with a dominating win over Worland today, but the B team will go down to 2-1 after that loss. They will be taking a road trip to Burlington on Friday. Coverage will start here on 2 Basin Sports Network at 1 p.m. From the Burlington School in Burlington, Wyoming, up in Bighorn County. We'd like to thank all of our audience for watching here on 2 Basin Sports Network, for supporting your future Bobcats, and we obviously extend good luck to Ashley Clear down in Thermopolis, as she was coaching the 7th graders down at Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium today. Everyone will be in Burlington on Friday, but the next time we're back at DTS will be when the Bobcats take on the Longhorns of Matiti Middle School. That game will start on November 2nd at 10 a.m. That'll be from Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium. That'll be both 7th and 8th grade. That'll be one of those ABC games as Matiti comes to town with the 45-minute drive. We want to thank all of our audience for watching here on 2 Basin Sports Network. We thank you for the immense support you've given us here on the channel since we started broadcasting for the Grable game. You guys have been awesome fans, and we couldn't ask for a better audience supporting us on TBSN and supporting your Bobcats. I'd like to thank you so much for watching today's broadcast, and just a friendly reminder, please drive home safe, especially in the winter weather right now. I think there's a winter weather advisory out here for the Bighorn, or actually not for the Bighorn Basin anyway. But anyway, there's winter weather afoot. Doesn't matter if there's a warning or not. Please drive safe, and as always, do not pet the buffalo. The final score of this B game, the Bobcats 10, the Braves 12.